To the social universe, where you learn the secrets of the social media through the social universe, and in many cases the secrets of the universe itself. Today we're talking tech. We're talking a deep technology analysis, what's going on out there from a high level overview, and then we're going to get into some deeper details in just a moment. And so we were talking about Facebook. I'm definitely not giving investment advice, but people who hold on to their Facebook stock, I don't think it's going to go wrong. I think they're as Facebook is wise like Google was, they're going to be answering that big question of how do we solve this the search engine issue, so when they do that, you're going to find that Google, to a certain degree, will be marginalized. It may take 3 or 4 years for Google to really get there, but over time, their stock is going to remain strong and is going to they'll be able to add on to the stickiness that they have there. Once again, this is Kurt Wilhelm, your host of the Social Universe, and we are talking tech. So. Going into a little bit more detail, I explained this to one of my clients one time. I said, it's very difficult for advertisers and marketers. If you're a VP of marketing in a company, or you have a small business and you're trying to market that company, and you maybe have been successful in the past 20, 25 years doing traditional media advertising. Nothing against traditional media advertising. It's just that they're having to share the spotlight now. So if before you used to be able to advertise on television, everybody's TiVoing everything now, and the commercials aren't there, and you're not getting the traction you used to. Also, another huge audience went to Netflix, and after Netflix finished ticking everybody off, they went to Hulu, and Hulu, isn't perfect either. So then they go back over to Netflix, and so now you have. It's like a nuclear bomb hit advertising, and all the splinters of everything went, all the different parts and pieces of the atoms and quarks and everything just took off. And there's not a centralized place to advertise anymore. So what the social universe advocates is that you create yourself a social media vehicle. And if you go to YouTube, if you type in the social universe vehicle, social media vehicle, so type in these keywords, social universe, social media vehicle, you will be able to pull up a video where we talk about the social media vehicle, how it should be created, and more importantly, well, just as importantly, we've talked about it on the show before as well, and so you'll be able to listen to some of our previous shows, and you'll be able to understand what I'm going to say very briefly, that the front two wheels of your social media vehicle need to be Facebook profile and a Facebook fan page. Your back two wheels need to be YouTube and LinkedIn. You need to have a steering wheel, which is your Twitter. You need to have a body of your vehicle, which is your blog, and you need to be able to have gas in that gas tank. The gas in the gas tank is the traditional media that we all have known and loved throughout the years. It's radio, television, and print media. Your radio became podcasting, your television became video, and your article marketing, or I should say your newspaper and print media became article marketing. So it doesn't mean that you should not go out there and do traditional media advertising. You just need to do less of it, and you need to capitalize on it. So if you somehow finagled your way to being on Oprah for 5 minutes, or 60 seconds, or 30 seconds, or on Fox News, or Channel 3, or NBC, or ABC, whatever it is, make sure that you get a hold of that video, or that podcast, or of that the WAV file, whatever it is, and turn it into a podcast. And so use the social media as a delivery for the traditional media advertising. Instead of advertising, paying $10,000 a month for a radio spot, or $10,000 a month for, now nothing against radio spot advertising, of course, here I am, here I sit on the radio, but along with, I should probably say, instead of ignoring the radio altogether, go out there and get some radio advertising, get yourself a spot on a show, come on a show like ours, get do some PR, and get yourself out in the spotlight. But the nice thing is you only have to do it once, instead of having to pay to be on there every month. over and over and over. Because if you happen to get that Oprah spot and you have the video coverage for it, put it up on YouTube and then drive traffic to it for the next 30 years. You know, okay, yeah, people are going to know it's 30 years outdated because Oprah's not even on anymore, right? So, but just make sure that you go out there and continue to get spots once in a while, but you can drive traffic to it utilizing the social media through the syndication that we do. So that's the next thing, is that the social media vehicle needs to have an engine in it. And that engine is syndication and automation. The automation of having your content be pushed out through the social media. So if you have social media and you're not pushing content through it, shame on you. Also, you need to have a relationship. It's social media. It's not advertising media. It is social media. That means you want to make friends with your contacts, friends with your Twitter followers, friends with your LinkedIn contacts, and many of you may not realize that YouTube is you're able to friend, subscribe, like. They're integrating a lot of those aspects in, and for those of you who don't know, Google owns YouTube. So that's your social media vehicle, and of course you've got to have community members in there too, so that you have somebody to talk to, somebody to be friends with, somebody to consistently push content out to. All of these things are performed for you and can be created for you through the social universe. So stay tuned to the radio show, or you can call us at 480-296-1776. 480-296-1776, or you can go to our website at www.social-universe.com. So that little dash is a hyphen, so don't put in DASH, put social hyphen little dash at universe.com. So you can find us there. You can find us in YouTube. Just Google us, or I should say YouTube us. Put in those keywords and you'll be able to find us. Google us as well. We'd love you to be able to find our website. But those are the different places that you can find us and learn about the social media vehicle. And remember, your vehicle, we can create you the most beautiful vehicle in the world, the most amazing handmade Rolls Royce. Put it into your garage, and if you don't keep gas in it, if you don't turn that engine on, if you don't have somebody to drive it, and if you don't get out there and drive through the community sharing content and putting a vehicle wrap around that vehicle so that you have advertising on it, you know what, you might as well not even have one. You notice I put a little silence there for a little emphasis. So, but yeah, it's very important that you create your social media vehicle and then you put content through that. So, and then you want to be able to have a strong search engine optimization campaign. You can't rely on the social media alone, just like you can't rely on Google alone. You need to have both, and even Google was able to admit this. They had to swallow some major pride, but they now have Google Analytics that is beginning to analyze and give credence to the power of the social media from a popularity standpoint. If your fan page has 30,000 fans and your competitor's fan page has 2 fans, make sure you have linked that into your website. Make sure that you are letting Google know that your fan page is connected to this website and is giving credence and lending authority to your website, and that will give you lift. Google probably, I don't know percentages for sure, but my wild guess, a percentage in Google's algorithm might be 10-20% now is attributable to social media activity. And again, that's my wild guess. Don't take that to the bank, but it's at least an influence that 3 months ago Google wouldn't allow. Now it has allowed it, and so over time you're going to find social media as a greater and greater power in that respect. Again, if you want to learn about all that stuff, you can call us at 480-296-1776, or you can go to our website at www.social-universe.com. We're coming up on break again, and when we come back from break, we're going to talk about some aspects that are complementary. They're not quite social media. They are not quite Google advertising, but they are web advertising, and they're very creative ways to web advertise. We are one of the only places that you can get this type of service. So definitely stay tuned. Don't go away, and we will come back we'll talk about it when we come back after break. And once again, thank you for tuning in to the Social Universe.